Almighty Allah, most merciful and most compassionate. Dear students, I hope you are all fine, doing good, and life has been treating you well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Assistant Professor Ahmad Tasal Hazraty, lecturer of Nangarhar University. So, today we are going to talk about a very important topic of the research, which is called research proposal. In this lesson, we are helping you to expose what research proposal is and how to develop it. The goal of today's lesson is, by the end of the lesson, the students will have able to apply and develop research proposal. Besides, the students will able to write a personal research proposal. Moreover, the goal of today's lesson is to help students to identify, work, and assess the different process of the research proposal. My dear students, let's talk about the research proposal. What the research proposal is. A research proposal is a document proposing a research project. Whenever we are looking for the research project, the first essential point is we have to write a research proposal in order to win or get the research project. It generally developed in the science and academy. It is used to constitute a request for sponsorship of the research. A research proposal generally addresses several key points. The first thing that we have to do is, in the first part of the research proposal, what research question is. What is the problem that we are going to solve? We have to clearly state the research question and we have to address it. How will be it addressed? We have to give enough information about the research question. The next thing that we have to explain and place it in the research proposal, and it should be clear enough, is how much time and expenses will be required for the research proposal. The next thing that we have to expose it in the research proposal is what prior research has been done on the topic, what has been already published. Every topic is not a research topic. A research problem should be evaluated and there should be a literature review. We have to evaluate and we have to see and observe what has been already published. If something is already available in research, there is no need of this to research for the second time. It means the problem or the question should be very new for the people. Besides this, whenever we are going to develop a research proposal, we have to think that how the result of the research would be evaluated. What would be the impact? What would be the effect of this research if this research is conducted and successfully achieved? Besides this, we have to give enough information about how the research will benefit the sponsoring organization and other parties. For example, if we are getting a project from the organization, what would be the benefit of the donor? We have to think bilateral. We have to think about the donor and we have to think about the organization and we have to think about the society. There should be validity and reliability in our research proposal. So we can say that a research proposal is a document which set out your ideas in an easy, accessible way. So we are developing the research proposal for the donor, for the organization in order to get the project. So it should be very smooth, should be very comprehensible, should be very concise for the donor. Or we can say that a proposal is a request for support for sponsored research, instruction extensions project. good proposal quickly and easily answer the following question. Whenever we are developing or writing the research proposal, the following question should be clearly answered. The first question is, what do you want to do? What is your problem? You have to ask this question from yourself, and you have to answer it by your own self. And how do you plan to do? For example, if you want to go somewhere, so then you have to think how you can go. You can go through car, through train, through bike, through airplane. So you have to think. So what is the problem and how we can solve it? The next question which should be answered and the research proposal is, how much time will it cost and how much time will it take? We have to think about the time and the cost. These are the two very essential things, that practicality and interest. We have to think about the time, how much time will it take in order to achieve successfully the project, and how much it costs, which is the most important aspect of the research proposal, because we are developing the proposal for winning the project, so that everything should be clearly stated. Moreover, we have to give information about how does the proposed project lead to the sponsor interest. We have to talk about the benefits, the advantages of the project for the donor. So we have to clearly state the philosophy, the reasons, the benefits of the donor. Besides, we have to talk about what differences will the project make to your university, your student, your discipline, the state, the nation, or any other concerned parties. As it is clear in the previous lesson, the research proposal is developed to solve a problem. Whenever we are facing with the problem and we intend to solve it, so we need to develop a plan how we can do it. For example, if we have the intention to construct a home, so we need a map, and through map we are going to start from primary basis to the high spot. The same thing when we are facing with the problem, we have to go through different processes. So we have to talk about the changes. For example, if the project will be achieved, what changes will occur? For example, if this is the problem of the university, and we did the research and we successfully get the data and answer for the problem, so what changes would be occur at the university? Or for example, if we have a problem with the students or the students' problem in different subjects area, so we have to give the reasons. If the project is successfully done, what changes would be occur to the students? So we have to think about the changes would be that is occur based on the research proposal or based on answering for the question. The next thing that we have to discuss is very important thing, what has already been done in the area of your project. Why should you, rather than ask someone else, do this project? The professionality is the most important thing. Well, you have to be the profession of the professional. Or you have to be the profession of the profession. The professional person of the profession can do something in a right way. For example, if you are the student of the literature, it might be not very possible to do or achieve research in the medical area. So if we have the problem with the medical, we can have different ways. We can rent a person or a doctor who can help us through the process in order to achieve the project. So we have to give the reason why we as a researcher, we are the suitable person for doing this research. And so what has been already published, we have to do literature review in order to identify what has been already published. If the material, if the question, if the problem is answered, or there are materials about the question, so then we don't need to do research again and again. So all in all, we can say that a research proposal is a concise and coherent summary of your proposed research. It sets out the central issue or question that you intend to address. Or we can say that it outlines the general area of study within which your research falls, referring to the current state of knowledge in any recent debate on the topic. So, the research proposal also demonstrates the originality of your proposed research. So, we can say that the research proposal is the most important document that you submit as a part of the application process. It gives you the opportunity to demonstrate that you have the aptitude to graduate level research or for the undergraduate level research. So it can help us to demonstrate that you have the ability to communicate complex idea clearly, concisely, and critically. So the research proposal can help us to match your research interests with an appropriate supervisor. There are much more about the research proposal, but finally we can say that research proposal is an important part of the application process. It summarizes the question you want to answer through your research. It demonstrates your knowledge of the subject area and show the methods you want to use to complete your research question or research project. So the last thing is, how will the result be evaluated? So how you will be evaluated and how you can give it to the other people or to the critics in order to see and evaluate to look for the validity and reliability of the topic. Thank you very much. If you have any question, so let me know. My address is available. You can ask and post your question. Thank you for watching.